Hey everybody, I'm back with my last video for tonight, and this is my response to buddybopper's thread. It's a first thread, sort of. He had 6 pretty cool questions, so let me dive right into those. His first question was, name or show one record you've purchased because you have an emotional connection to one song. And it was kind of difficult because I hardly ever do that, actually. Um, Maybe I can show you this. This is Christopher Cross. And it features the song Sailing. And I know my parents really loved that record. And for some kind of reason, I have a recollection of me as a little child. And they play that song in the background. But yeah, it's a good song, you know. So Christopher Cross with Sailing. His second question was, show one record that was beat and you overpaid for in order to fill a hole in your collection. It wasn't really to fill a hole in my collection, but I just really wanted it, you know. I hardly ever see it here in the Netherlands, and I just love this record so much. It's kind of cheesy, but it's great. It's the Queen soundtrack to Flash Gordon. It's the vinyl is in good condition, but the cover is beat to shit, actually. And I paid €9 for it, which doesn't seem a lot, but actually was more than I wanted to spend on this record. But you know, I was browsing in this. It was a really cool store, actually. It's a pretty funny story. It's a store that only opens on Saturdays for 5 hours, maybe, here in Amsterdam, and it's more like a living room than a full-on store. But it's basically run by people who are enthusiastic about their vinyl and collecting that and selling that, you know. So I read about that on their website and decided to go there on a Saturday. Found some really cool stuff, you know, Camel, Boston, the Fleetwood Mac one. I'll show you that too, because that also falls in under this question. And I found this, and I was like, okay, I haven't seen this anywhere. It's a little more than I wanted to spend, but okay, fine. I'll buy it. €9. What the hell? So I bought it, and now let me grab the Fleetwood Mac one, because that's also good for this question. There it is. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. Paid €10 for this, and this is an original. The covers beat shit. I can show you that, actually. Take it out of the sleeve carefully. It's in terrible shape. I really don't want to do this, but as you can see, it's basically falling apart. But I thought it was cool because it's an original release from 1977, and it's on white vinyl. Thought it was pretty cool. So kind of overpaid for it, you know, because the vinyl is still okay. Would say near mint if I had to qualify it, but the cover is awful. Still well worth my, well, you know, thought it was worth $10, 10 euros. Sorry about that. You know, it's so big, it just doesn't slide in. Why did I have to take it out? Come on. Let's do that later. Sorry. His third question was name or show one song or album that shoots you straight back to the first time you heard it, and what was the situation. This was in 2002, 2003, I guess. I was really into Metallica at the time. Metallica was everything to me. They were the only band I listened to. You know, my mind wasn't open to anything else at the time somehow. And I went to a store and I heard a lot about this record. So I decided to pick it up, played it, and well, it didn't change my Metallica attitude for a while, but I loved it. You know, it was groundbreaking. It was so different than what I was listening to at the time, and I enjoyed it so much. It became one of my favorite albums of all time. It's Radiohead's OK Computer. A masterpiece of a record. If I had to take one record with me to a deserted island, I think it would be this record actually. It's such a great record, you know. Still not my favorite Radiohead record, but overall, so good. Question number 4 was, what is your ritual whilst listening to records? You know, it changes from time to time, actually. Like right now, I'm listening to vinyl and I'm recording a video. But what I tend to do the most is actually put on a record, sit in my chair here, or lay on my bed, and I actually have an iPad. And yeah, there's your buddybopper. There you go. Read on Wikipedia about the record, about the artist. Search the internet about the artist. Or sit behind my computer actually, or do the same thing. It's impossible for me to read a book while listening to records. It's two things so that both need my concentration, and I really can't do that. So that's usually my ritual actually. Question number 5 was, if you're in a band, tell us about your most embarrassing moment on stage. And if you're not in a band, what's your most embarrassing musical moment? I'm not in a band currently, and I had some attempts to start a band, and none really went as I hoped, actually. Hang on, I need to change the record real quick. Sorry about that. Like I said, I'm not in a band currently, and had some attempts to start a band, but while I was in, I think what you would call high school, I guess, one of my classes was music theory and playing music basically. For this class, we every year or every semester we had to perform one song, and it was my first time performing. And the song I play guitar actually. Sorry, I had to mention that. I play guitar. The song we had to play was R.E.M's "Losing My Religion." Oh no, not "Losing My Religion." Everybody Hurts. Everybody Hurts. Not a difficult song, but we sucked so hard. It was it was awful. I mean, um, we didn't rehearse hard enough. Basically, a lesson well learned because you're in front of an audience. The funny thing is, we didn't know how to end the song, so we just kept on repeating the same part, same part, same part, same part, same part, till we just decided that okay, let's stop here, boom, and we were done. And you know, I had a laugh about it, and I still do to this day. It was a rich experience for me about how not to do things, but oh man, yeah, terrible, embarrassing. And is final question, question number 6. What artist, band, or genre um, are you focusing on at the moment? Or if you don't have anything in particular that you're looking for, how do you shop? Well, um, it depends on which store I go to actually. Um, some stores that sell a lot of metal, I usually look for stoner or doom metal, and otherwise I just um, browse. I, sometimes I write titles down that I see on here on the final community, people that recommend records or things I read about a certain record that's supposed to be really good. And, I'll look for it. And otherwise, I'm just browsing along till I find the things I want, and then when I have a stack, I'll decide whether or not I want them all, or put something back, or I don't really have a system, except for when I'm looking for um, doom or stoner metal. Um, so yeah, that's basically how I shop for records. And to name a few artists that I'm currently looking for, Godspeed You Black Emperor, still need the last record to complete my collection. Radiohead, Electric Wizard, um, Porcupine Tree, Opeth. Well, that's just 5 I usually look for. So, Neil Young too. Neil Young too. But sometimes I'll find record of those any of those artists and decide not to buy them after all because I have a whole stack of cool records and I just don't have the money to spend on it. So, yeah. So those are my answers. Hope you enjoyed watching this and thank you for watching.